right. Well, first of all, thank you all for coming today. Welcome, everybody. A couple of distinguished guests that I want to make sure we recognize before we get into the business of the day here. I know we've got President Daniels, President-elect Chang. Thank them so much for being with us today. We've got some trustees here, Malcolm DeKruiger, Gary Lehman. I don't know if Joanne made it or not, but all these folks are like really important partners to our success here in football. So really thank you for taking the time to be with us. This is a, hold on. It's a really exciting day for Purdue football here. And to temper that excitement, I'm going to invite Chairman Mike Berghoff up here of our Board of Trustees to say a few things. So, Chairman Berghoff,
it's all yours. I wasn't expecting this. Sorry about that. Good afternoon. As Mike said, I'm Mike Berghoff. I'm chair of the Board of Trustees. And the first thing I want to do is thank our student athletes on the football team for managing this week with professionalism and class. Things happen quickly in a change like this, and sometimes it can go off the rails in the locker room, but it didn't. So thank you, student athletes, because you enhanced our reputation by managing your week the way you did. Another thing that enhances our reputation is winning. Winning at the highest level in sports and academics. And when we're out on a search with the athletic director, I just want you to know that your board, your president, the president-elect, the athletic staff is aligned in our commitment to winning. And Coach is going to help us do that. Welcome, Coach, to you and your family.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it very much and appreciate your help through the process here. So talk a little bit about where we are and what's going on these last couple days since the news broke last week that Coach Braun was moving on. This has been a distinctly different search than it was 6 years ago. Back then, we were presenting basically a reclamation project, and we were looking for a coach that was skilled enough and willing to take that on, and we were fortunate to find that in Coach Braun, and grateful for everything he did for us over these last 6 years. However, today, it's different. We had a different opportunity to present. It's now sustaining, growing, and scaling our success to a brand new level. Just like there 6 years ago, though, we had some baseline criteria, some things that are non-negotiables as we look for a new head coach, and that's first and foremost a leader of integrity, somebody who's ethical, high character, has a strong academic orientation, as Mike mentioned, recognizing the strength of Purdue's academic mission and the priority of that, making sure that we never lose sight of that in what we do. This is college football, by the way. Intelligence. I always skew towards hiring the smartest people I can find. It balances off my presence in the department, so it's a good thing. A history of success and growth in their career. And then finally, a belief in our opportunity at Purdue. Not just in any opportunity, but our opportunity here at Purdue is what matters most to us. During the course of this search, we had a chance to interact with a very healthy number of candidates, all of whom met the baseline criteria. We were really fortunate to have lots of great interest, and that's a really, really good thing. We also thought back, okay, as Purdue's had success in years gone by in football, it's when we've been able to do something distinctive, be innovative in some way. And so we thought about that as we began to evaluate candidates. And as we did that, one individual exceeded those baseline criteria by a mile, but also brought the opportunity to do something distinctive and innovative. Before I get into that a little bit more specifically about Coach Ryan Walters, I want to talk a little bit about how we view those things, or how I view those things. So people go through life in different ways. There's the average folks, like myself. There's the slightly above average, like Chairman Berghoff, who just kind of things, life happens, and you learn and grow from experiences that sort of occur to you on a day in, day out basis. And then there are exceptional people who intentionally engage with each day and each experience. They have aspirations, they have goals, they have a motivation to achieve big things in their life. And everything they do is focused on growing, being better than they were the day before, and moving themselves towards those aspirations. What we have sitting here today is an absolutely exceptional person in Ryan Walters. He is that person in every way. The first 10 minutes that we had a chance to visit with Ryan 4 days ago, whenever that was, he recounted his career as a football coach, which began as the youngest Power 5 assistant in the country at age 24 at the University of Arizona. And he talked about every stop that he's had along the way, how he grew, what he learned, how he approached each and every experience that he had. That, again, to me, is the hallmark of an exceptional person, somebody who clearly has been on fast forward. I mean, he has packed a tremendous amount of growth and perspective and reputational expansion over a relatively short but impactful 12 years as a college football coach. In terms of distinctive, I talked again about how Purdue's been successful when we've been distinctive, when we've been innovative. Well, this coach's defense, and I know that's a word here that makes people nervous, for God's sakes, like we don't want to play defense, but it is unique. It is disruptive. It's his defense. Like just as Coach Brahm brought his offense to us, which caused people lots of problems over the last 6 years, Coach Walters is going to bring his defense, not somebody else's, not some variation on some other theme. It is his. It is his unique design. He keeps the secret recipe, like the formula for Coke, in his pocket. He doesn't share it with anybody else. In fact, he mentioned that it's fun to watch other people try to copy it because it doesn't quite look the same or feel the same. He said, that's because I don't tell them how to really do it. And so watching film is one thing, but knowing how to do it is something different. By the way, I think we still intend to play offense. We're not going to just 3 and out and get back to playing defense for 60 minutes. We're going to play some real offense here. That is, we know that. We know it's exciting. We know our fans love it. I love it, and I'll let Coach talk more about that as time goes by here. The other chance that we have to be distinctive and innovative, in my opinion, and that has a lot to do with the unique personality, sort of the kind of the Pied Piper persona that Ryan has, where people want to be around him. They want to work with him. They want to relate to him in really, really good ways, is to build, in my opinion, the most connected and cohesive football organization in the country. He will attract a high-performance staff that will be second to none. We have given him the opportunity and the resources to do so. I know that his phone is going crazy at this point with people that want to come work with him here at Purdue. Being able to do that, being able to build that organization in that format will be yet one more competitive advantage for us. There is no limitation on our ability to do that. That's just us. That's finding the right people, creating the right culture, creating the right vibe in and around this building and in everybody that touches our football organization. I know this. Ryan Walters can and will do that. That's who he is. He knows nothing but high performance. He knows nothing but excellence, and I can't wait to see that get going here it's already going, to be honest with you, but to see it really take shape in the days ahead. The last thing I'm going to say is, we knew, and I knew very quickly what we had here in Ryan, but just yesterday, in the afternoon that we had a chance to spend with Ryan and his family, you get a sense for somebody when you see him interact with their family. Wife Tara, Aaron, Kaysen, 2 boys that are all boy and full on, man, all gas, no brakes. But watching them just as a family, the connection, the love, all of it, just says, man, this is a real person. This is an authentic, genuine person that we've got leading our program here. So I will stop right now. That's enough of me, and I just want to say it is my great pleasure to introduce Purdue's new head football coach and welcome Coach Ryan Walters, Tara, Aaron, and Kaysen to the Purdue family. Coach Walters, welcome.
Wow, this is real life, huh? It's been a dream. I feel like I've been floating the past couple days, but this is real, and this is awesome. It's a dream come true. First and foremost, I want to thank every player who has put on the old gold and black. You guys have made this program what it is. You are more than welcome to come back. Please come back and support this program. These doors are open to you to the end of time. I'd like to thank AD Mike Bobinski, Deputy AD Tiffany Grimes, Board of Trustees Chairman Mike Berghoff, President Mitch Daniels, and President-elect Moon Chang for trusting me and believing me to lead this program and be your new head football coach. I'd also like to thank Coach Brahm for his tenure here, his leadership here. I'd like to thank the late Joe Tiller for setting the standard of what it means to be a successful coach at Purdue University. I'd like to thank the University of Illinois and the Champaign-Urbana community for opening their arms and embracing my family and I these last 2 seasons. I'd like to thank their administration and staff for providing a platform and a environment that allowed for growth. I'd like to thank Coach Bielema for pouring into me and being my mentor, telling me things that I didn't want to hear at times, and also motivating me and encouraging me. I'd like to thank those players in the locker room who poured their hearts out for us every day and did exactly what we asked them to do. And I'd like to thank the defensive staff for sharpening me and challenging me on a daily basis. I'd also like to thank my family, my wife, Tara, who has been by my side since I was a junior in high school, so I've been tricking her every day for a long time. I'd like to thank my 2 boys, Aaron and Kaysen, for letting Daddy do what he does and chasing my dream. I hope that today you realize that it is possible to do whatever you want to do, man. Don't compromise for anybody and continue to chase those dreams till you reach them. I'd also like to thank my parents, Mark and Nicole Walters, who grew up in Los Angeles, California, and started way too early. They had me when they were 16 in high school, and my pops, he was a high school quarterback and got recruited to the University of Colorado and played quarterback there. So I grew up in the locker room. Football it's in me. I grew up with a football attached to my hand, and it just so happened that I was already bleeding black and gold. So as all young kids do when they're introduced to this game, everybody wants to be a quarterback, right? So that's exactly what I wanted to do. My dad was a quarterback. I grew up watching quarterbacks, and I could still spin it a little bit. So you fast forward to 2001, where I'm a sophomore in high school, the starting varsity quarterback, starting to get recruited on a national scale. And that was my first introduction to this university. Drew Brees was the quarterback here. He was accurate. He got the ball out on time, scored a lot of touchdowns. In winter vacations, right, during the Christmas break, my family and I would go back to Los Angeles and spend time with our family there. And I remember going to Disneyland and seeing Drew Brees on a parade in 2001 for the Rose Bowl. And I thought to myself, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to be. I want to be a quarterback one day at a high-profile university. I want to go to the NFL and play quarterback. I want to be a quarterback of a Super Bowl winning team. But things change, right? And change can be difficult at times, and it was difficult for me then. And we are in a changing time right now. And it's not difficult because it's good or bad. It's difficult because it's different. And there are some things that I know true about the game of football. Right? I know that the quarterback position is the most important position in sports, period. And so one thing that will remain the same here, that will not change, is that we will have a cradle of quarterbacks and we will have a den of defensive ends. So offensively, what are we looking for, right? On offense, we'll be creative. We'll be explosive, both in the air and on the ground. We'll be strategically aggressive. And we're going to put points on the board, and we're going to put them on the board in bunches. And on defense, you already know how we get down. We'll confuse and harass the quarterback. We will stop the run. We're going to generate takeaways in momentum plays. From snap to whistle, it is going to be organized chaos. But from whistle to snap, it's going to be laser-like focus. We will first win games from not losing them, and you will be proud of the product that we put on the field on Saturdays. Together with the staff that we're going to bring in, with the administration, with this university, and with y'all's support, we're going to build this program the right way, through hard work, through class, through integrity, and an unmatched competitive edge to go chase and win championships. And we're not shying away from any of that. Words can't describe how humbled and how excited I am to be your head football coach. Thank you for this opportunity, and boiler up.
President Daniels will come up and give a few remarks.
Yeah, Coach, things do change, and sometimes fast. 7 days ago, I didn't think I could feel worse. And as the last 72 hours, I couldn't feel better for all the reasons Mike outlined and you just personified. I'm so excited for what you're going to do here, and I'm so confident about how good it's going to be. I got some very good news for you. For the last 10 years, I've been kind of busy. I've only been able to be a part-time offensive coordinator. I'm available full-time now, and I got lots of ideas that I know you're going to want to hear. Welcome to the family. This is a family-oriented place. I hope you've already seen that. So I've already tendered Aaron a scholarship. We've got to watch Case in a couple more weeks, but I think he's good for one too. But we're really thrilled to have you. And lastly, I'll just say, no one could be luckier than I have the last 10 years to be associated with the finest athletic program in the country, and standards of conduct, academic standards, and of course competitive up and down the 20 sports we compete in. Finest athletic director in the country. I say that with full conviction. And so I'm just happy to say to my successor, Mung, you got dealt the same great hand I did. This is going to be a great experience. I hope it'll be as great for you as I know you will make it for all us fans. Thank you.
Here we go.
This way.
Okay, that concludes the introductory remarks up here, everyone. So you are free to continue to commiserate in the back there and enjoy yourselves. Media, down the hall here, there will be the Q&A portion of today's festivities. Family, and you fine gentlemen up here with me will do some more photos on the stage. Okay, thanks everyone.